Early chemists categorized the world through direct sensory experience. Identifying a base meant physically tasting and touching unknown compounds. Looking at this historical list, a base was defined by 3 specific physical traits. They tasted bitter, felt soppy, and were highly corrosive to tissue. Relying on qualitative observations is notoriously imprecise, and using human senses to test chemical potential frequently led to dangerous conflations in the laboratory. Modern chemistry discards physical sensation. A true base is defined entirely by its mechanical interaction when introduced to water. As the final point here states, the modern requirement is rigid. A compound must yield hydroxide ions, or OH-, when dissolved. Chemical classification identifies basicity as a specific subatomic mechanism, the generation of the hydroxide ion. The hydroxide ion is a specific construct, exactly 1 oxygen atom bonded to 1 hydrogen atom, carrying a net negative charge. Aqueous dissociation acts as the strict gatekeeper. Until a compound separates and releases that negative ion into the water, its reactive properties remain dormant. If millions of different compounds all produce hydroxide ions when wet, chemists require a method to organize and differentiate their drastically different reactive behaviors. Rather than looking for a single variable, compounds are evaluated across 3 independent orthogonal metrics. Bases are mapped by their origin, their strength, and their acidity. To accurately predict a base's behavior, we must locate it across this 3-dimensional matrix. This flowchart maps the first axis, origin. Every compound splits into one of 2 paths, natural bases or inorganic bases. Following the left branch, natural or organic bases are defined by the structural presence of carbon, typically sourced from plant and animal biology. A ubiquitous example of an organic alkaloid is caffeine, extracted directly from harvested tea leaves and coffee beans. Nicotine is another carbon-heavy organic alkaloid, naturally synthesized within the cellular structure of the tobacco plant. Inorganic bases, conversely, lack carbon entirely. They are primarily built from raw minerals. Because of their simpler mineral compositions, these bases are routinely synthesized from scratch in laboratories, rather than harvested from nature. Standard industrial compounds like sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide fall squarely into this carbon-free, inorganic category. Knowing whether a base was grown in a field or synthesized in a beaker defines its molecular complexity, but it does not tell us how dangerously reactive it might be. To predict reactivity, we evaluate 2 metrics that are frequently conflated: the strength of a base versus the acidity of a base. Look at this diagram. The strength of a base is strictly defined by its dissociation efficiency in water. Strong bases dissolve completely, dumping massive amounts of hydroxide ions into the water. Weak bases resist breaking apart, yielding far fewer ions. This brings us to the 3rd axis, the counterintuitive metric known as the acidity of a base. This term does not relate to where a compound sits on the pH scale. It describes a strict stoichiometric capacity. This table breaks down that capacity. The acidity of a base refers to the actual physical number of hydroxide ions a single molecule is structurally capable of producing. A monoacidic base contains 1 ion per molecule. Diacidic contains 2. Triacidic contains 3. A base can have a massive capacity, carrying 3 hydroxide ions per molecule, but still be classified as weak if it stubbornly refuses to dissolve and release those ions. This reliance on dissociation creates a specific subcategory of bases, governed entirely by the physical gateway of water solubility. This diagram outlines the relationship. An alkali is a basic hydroxide that successfully dissolves in water. It is a base that passes the solubility test. As the rule below states, all alkalis are bases, but not all bases are alkalis. We see this limitation with compounds like iron 3 hydroxide and copper 2 hydroxide. Both contain hydroxide ions, fulfilling the modern definition of a chemical base. However, neither dissolves readily in water, immediately excluding them from the alkali classification. Alkalinity is an exclusive subset. Every alkali is a base, but the reverse is mathematically false. With varying strengths, stoichiometric capacities, and solubilities, chemists require a universal metric to quantify reactive power. This timeline shows the universal standard established in 1909, the pH scale. Looking at the notes, the lowercase p stands for potence, a German word meaning power. The scale strictly measures the concentration of positive hydrogen ions. It does not measure hydroxide directly. Aqueous solutions operate on an inverse logic. Hydrogen and hydroxide exist in a constant balance. As the concentration of one rises, the other must fall. A higher pH number, anything above 7, indicates extremely low hydrogen power. This guarantees a dominant hydroxide concentration, classifying the solution as alkaline. We categorize a base by tracing its origin, verifying its alkali solubility, and mapping its total acidity against its actual dissociation strength. Chemistry moves from the macroscopic trap of tasting bitter compounds to the rigorous mastery of mapping ion dominance across a strict mathematical framework.